Now, let's go back to the menu. Let's go back to the community. Because I've been experimenting really with with GPT-3. I was experiencing, why I keep saying experiencing? Sorry, experimenting. I was experimenting a lot with ChatGPT, and it kind of became my co-founder. It's really helpful. For example, and don't tell anyone this, please, but I'm already using it to answer written interviews. When someone asks me, hey, Tiago, can you just answer this written interview with a bunch of questions that I've answered times and times again? What I do is I just write down a little bit like some points that I want to cover for each answer, and then I allow ChatGPT to write everything. And I don't even tell the person that it was written by an AI. They just believe it. They think, wow, this is great. And recently, Fed from the Hive Index, which is a website that is really important for me because it brings me some traffic to my community, he asked me to write a guest blog post. And at first, or rather, if it was before ChatGPT, I would think twice. I would think, I don't want to write it, and it's not even for me. But then with ChatGPT, it completely changed the game because, first of all, it's a really important website for me. So I want to have my community there as much as possible. And now with ChatGPT, it's so much easier. So I just, what we agree upon was to write about gamification of the community, and I would basically share about my bots. So it took me maybe, let's say, 5 to 10 minutes to write down all the points I wanted to cover in the blog post. And I still wrote it somehow, but then ChatGPT took all of these points and wrote it properly, grammatically correct, and everything. It was really, really good. And to be honest, I don't know if I could do better myself. So I just copied it and I shared with Fed and asked him, is this fine? And he said, yes, it's really good. And voila, we have done a good blog post with a perfect symbiosis between myself and an AI. But we kind of took here a wrong turn, but I'm not using ChatGPT in the community. I'm using ChatGPT in my own life. It's, again, my co-founder, but ChatGPT API is not available yet. But GPT-3 is, which is very, very similar. So I've been playing around with the community. I decided to take 1 or 2 days to just focus on bringing more gamification, more fun to the community, just because I can. And one thing that I've done, for instance, was to make the streak bot more flexible. The streak bot is the most amazing thing because I never expected this would work. But every single day, people come and share what they're working that day. And then the bot keeps track of how many days straight you go and share. Some people told me that this was a bit against the good health, mental health practices, because this does not allow people to rest. It promotes people to work every day, or at least to go and share something. So if you would disconnect for only 1 day, you would lose your streak. So, by the way, I'm really impressed because people were able to do this for more than 150, 60 days. But enough is enough. And I decided to make it more flexible. So now people can actually take 1 or 2 days off, like the weekend off, and they will not lose their streak. They will, of course, not increment. So this also allows for people to overtake each other, which is really cool. And now I see that people are more happy. So just listening to the feedback and trying to implement all of that, which is important for any project, really. But I've been playing around gamifying more of the other channels. And I was thinking about gamifying the Book for Entrepreneurs channel, which is a channel that is not very active. People go there and then they share books that they are reading. They ask questions about books, but it's not very active. And I wanted to make kind of a challenge out of that, like a way where people could say, hey, I'm starting this book. And then much like the streak bot, they could just share, hey, I just read this amount of pages. And then the bot would keep track, and knowing when the book would end, it would kind of motivate you. Like, hey, you just need 100 more pages, and then we could gamify this. But the thing is, I wanted to make it easy for people to interact, and there's many ways for you to say that you are starting a new book, right? You can say, I'm reading a new book now, or I'm starting a new book, or I have started, well, reading is the same. Anyways, there's many, many ways. And I wanted to take information from this. I wanted to take the title of the book, and I want to take the number of pages of the book. And I thought, wait, maybe GPT-3 can do this. Maybe I don't need to force people to write the sentence in a specific way to parse the information. Maybe ChatGPT, not chat, why I keep saying chat? Maybe GPT is clever enough to do so. So I quickly check out the OpenAI API. It's super easy. You have to pay, but I believe it is quite cheap. I will let you know. And I started doing that, and in the meantime, I realized that it's very, again, similar now for real to ChatGPT. You can just give a prompt and say, for instance, write a tweet from this post, and it does, and it writes. So this open up an amazing possibilities. Now, when people write in, we have a channel called Build in Public. When people go there and write a blog post, it's not a blog post, but it's kind of a big comment about what is working for that business, for instance, immediately my bot will take that and convert that into a tweet and send the tweet to that person and saying, hey, why don't you tweet about it? I just created this amazing tweet, and the tweets are really good. And this is just the beginning. What else can we do? Maybe I can train the model with all the information around the members, and then the bot will be able to recommend you the right person for you to talk to. Maybe if you ask questions about the community, the bot will be able to answer. I don't know, like the possibilities are endless. It's really, really cool. So I will definitely spend some time playing with this for sure. And I'll keep you up to date with what I'm able to accomplish. But I'm really, really happy.